Straight from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
All right, moving into Superstock with round number 2, presented by Hoosier Racing Tire, the official racing tire of our Superstock division. There you see the dirt man, Rick Varner, going to be in the left lane, taking on James Beard out of Ripley, Tennessee. A couple of 63 Biscaynes right here on the line, Mitch.
David, that it is. You know, Superstock didn't have any Chevrolets. Now it's got a whole plethora of them, and you know what? They're running strong, David. They're making the final rounds. Rick Varner winning some races, and here they are, a pretty even start, and James Beard has put the big man to shame, I believe.
I tell you what, Varner's got some making up to do right there as James Beard really dropped the clutch as he takes the win.
Brother, taking out Rick Varner. That man has been a terror this year, but apparently you guys just matched him.
Well, Rick been having a little trouble all day, but I did owe him a couple. He has put me out the last 2 races, I believe, so I was due one on him. Today was my day on Rick, I guess.
I hear you, brother. That's what I said. You just matched him. What do they call that? Checkmate?
It is what it is, I guess, today, Mick.
Good job, James. I'm just going to wait for you in round 3.
I'll be back.
He says he'll be back. Well, here they are back again. A couple of more of these Rick Varner cars. That's Chris Austin right there. He's going to be in the right lane, and that is the Grumpy car. You see Savannah Varner backing up. Tyler York, the third-generation driver, driving the car that they call the Grumpy. Car actually campaigned by Bill Jenkins.
Well, it was actually tuned by Bill Jenkins. I don't think Bill actually drove that car, David, but it was part of a stable of cars that he was responsible for. Now, I could be wrong on his driving that car. Don't know for sure, but what we do know for certain is that both of these cars are under the Rick Varner stable, and either way, Rick Varner is going to have a win in this round, and so far, it looks like Tyler is off to a good start.
Tyler York, the third-generation driver, doing a great job, but man, neck and neck at the half track, and Tyler York taking the win.
Tyler York, now you got something to talk about, buddy. Putting out a teammate, taking out round number 2. That's a win under the belt. Good job. Florida's treating you well, young man.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Finally figuring out how to drive this thing. I mean, I feel bad for beating Chris. He's the one that sets this car up, but thank you for setting it up so well. I love Chris, but it was a good race, really good race.
And every time you call Chris, you can say, oh, do you remember Holt, Florida?
Yeah, I can't say that now. Love him to death, though. It was a good run.
Good run it was, and there you see our 2019 champ right there, Robert Peffley in the 4-speed Stampede. He's going to be taking on Ron Allison over there in Poppy's Toy.
Ron Allison, that is, David, and that car is new to Superstock, new at this event, and this thing qualified good, and he is up against, obviously, as you said, last year's champion, and going red, feeling a little pressure.
Yeah, a little pressure, went thin. It looks like he just rolled through there. I don't know what kind of problems he had right there, but Robert Peffley getting the win on the red light.
Robert Peffley, apparently the mystique of last year's champion, gets under some of these new guys' skin. Oh, Ron Allison, first race going red, feeling the heat, I believe.
Oh, Ron's an outstanding guy. He's got a great car. It's a great addition to the class. I know he would have gave us a very good run for it had he not gone red, and so we just got to be there and be there next round.
I'm going to say that you're going to have new competition next year in Ron.
Oh, we're definitely going to have new competition, Ron. He is definitely one to look for next year.
And one to look for this year, there he is, Mark Hackett. The man has already secured our 2020 World Championship here in Superstock. That beautiful 65 Mercury Comet Caliente, and man, look at him leave. He's not leaving anything on the table.
You hit the nail on the head when you said there's new people out here, young guns, everything else, and yes, they are running good. Tyler York, buddy, I tell you, he's coming through. Chris Allison, these boys all are. Austin, I get it wrong. They're all making headway, making performance. That's why I say 21 Superstock is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, this old fat dude ain't done yet, though.
I like that. SEGA round number 2 presented by Miley Motorsports right here. And there he is, King Kong, Todd Oden, the Double X, coming around the corner, the 58 Del Rey of our 2017 SEGA World Champion. And there's our 2018 SEGA World Champ, Larry Noel. So a battle of the former world champs right here as you see Todd Oden striking the hides on those Hoosiers.
This is a battle of titans right here, David, and this is a long-time battle. These two guys been duking it out for 3 or 4 years now, and, this is just a toss-up, David. There's no question both of these guys have ran better and competed better than they have done this year, but it is the end of the year. All the cards is on the table. Let's see who has got the biggest set of I want to beat you and see who crosses the finish line first.
Larry Noel rolls into the pre-stage first. There you see Sandy offering up a little prayer to the gods as she is ready to go here. Good lead by both cars. Man, neck and neck at the half track, and let's see who's going to be on the big end. Todd Oden, the big King Kong, pulls it out.
Ain't gas may not have went your way, but your old tried and true SEGA, I understand that Larry left on you, but the old big Double X drove back around on top.
It did. Car's running great tonight. And Larry's a former world champion. It's always tough to go up against your friends, and him being that good too, and makes it all that much more special to win.
Well, that's when you have a battle of the beast, 2 champions duking it out in the early round.
Speaking of guys hungry to be a champion, there he is, the young blood, Josh Pruitt, right there out of Inman, South Carolina, the 63 Ford Fairlane. He's going to get Scott Wallace in that Indian Express coming up in the right lane.
David, Josh Youngblood, correct me if I'm wrong, he has been, I believe, number 2 in the points once, if not twice, and I'm here to tell you, you cannot discount this team. These guys are bad. Number 2, number 1, you still a bad dude.
That's exactly right, and our 2017 Rookie of the Year as well. And Josh Pruitt just hammering him on the tree right there and driving that big Ford to victory right here in round number 2.
Understand that Mr. Scott Wallace left you on the starting line a little bit. They're telling me that you had to drive back around down track. You better be careful with that, young man.
Yes, sir. I mean, I knew I couldn't red light. So, and like I said, I'm barely squeak. I don't know what in the world's going on with this car. We've had some bad luck. I'm telling you, I need to name this thing Jinx, because it's like we fight it all the time. But we just got to fight for second place, and that's what we're trying to do.
And
second place, David Air Force, what he was talking about was second place in the points yet again this year.
Another great matchup right here. The Scalded Dog, the 67 Rambler, going to take on Flower Power right here, driven by Cynthia Phillips, the 1956 Bel Air over there in the right lane. And this is going to be 2 beautiful race cars matched up here on the line right here. Tim Hall, definitely a friend to Cynthia, but he's not going to cut her any slack, I promise you.
Well, David, Tim Hall busted a rear end in the first round. Cynthia and her team, pit area, they loaned Tim the parts to fix this car. Now, here's the thing. It's widely known Cynthia's not planning on driving next year, so if she goes out here, this will be a farewell pass to her, without question. Let's first find out how this one is going to go. It's going to be a heck of a drag race. A clean launch, both cars together. Tim pulling away about 60 foot.
He sure is, and he drives it on to victory.
Tim Hall, brother, you just won a round against Cynthia Phillips, and one of the most hard ways to win, and that was with her parts. But that is the camaraderie of the Southeast Gassers Association. Good job on a round 2 win.
Yeah, I'm happy to win, but sad at the same time, because she gave me her spare ring gear opinion, and a whole bunch of racers came over and helped us get it changed in time. We, rushed and barely got it done, and Jerry Birch and Tom and everybody else, I don't even know who all it was. A bunch of people was helping, and that is, you're right, that's why we're here. People out here will do anything, give you their parts, help you install them so you can go racing. Man,
the only advice I have for you is to go back after this round and check the bolts.
Right, I will. Thank you very much.
Those thrashes sometimes leave things loose. Good job. We'll look for you in round 3, Tim.
Charlie Lee getting a bye run right here in the second round of SEGA.
Charlie, bye run. You'll take them anyway, won't you?
I'll take them all day long.
All right, moving into B-Gas round number 2, presented by Summit Racing Equipment. There is the Smoking Sam of Mike Blackwell going to be in the left-hand side right here. We're still here in Holt, Florida. Emerald Coast Dragway going to take on Ken
Rainwater.
I keep wanting to call him Regenthal, but it's Rainwater. And there you see Slowpoke Rodriguez on the side right there. I love that little drawing.
How you can remember that and not Rainwater beyond me, but I tell you, it is almost go time. Band, they are on the stage beans, pre-stage. They are both in. RPM's coming up, and Rainwater leaving hard. Apparently, Mike was not in gear. Something going wrong, David.
Yeah. Rainwater takes it on down the racetrack and streaks away in that obsolete.
Apparently wasn't in gear or something, never moved, but nonetheless, you won. We're down here talking round 2, my man.
I don't know what to say. I didn't think we'd ever get this far.
You didn't have nothing saved up, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't expect it. It was, hey, we'll take it however we can get it. You know, sometimes luck better than being good any day.
Well, obviously, luck always wins over skill.
Absolutely. We'll see if we can get lucky one more time.
Well, you can. Maybe you ought to drag out some of that old skill you got and put it to work.
It's so far old, I don't know if I can. 11 years out from under the wheel. It's awesome to win 2 rounds. It really is. We're tickled to death. And
you better start digging for that old skill.
Well, it's still there. We'll get it.
There's the loose cannon, Kelvin Cannon, part of the Platt and Cannon racing team. Going to be taking on Art Copeland into Kryptonite, that 1941 Studebaker out of Buford, Georgia.
David, Art started racing with us, I believe, last year, and they have made continual improvements on this old hot rod, but so has Kelvin Cannon and the loose cannon. As we talked earlier, Platt and Cannon joining together, we got some good horsepower in this thing. See some kind of white stripe on that right front wheel of Cannon's up there. We've been in the guardrail with it, and there is one of the reasons why. Hard left, allowing Art Copeland to motor on down the racetrack.
Yeah, that was a hard left, so good job for Copeland.
Round 2, buddy. Could this be a things to come?
It's going to be a thing as long as this transmission holds up. It's we've lost reverse, and first ain't doing good, but we'll see what happens.
I tell you, that don't sound so good when you say it like that, but we'll just pray and cross our fingers that it'll last for at least one more round.
One more round. Fear the beard.
Fear the beard, he says. I like to look at him and call him Santa Claus because he kind of favors old Santa Claus. There's Colby Welch, the 18-year-old out of Warsaw, Indiana, Illinois.
Illinois. There you go. Dad looking in. Give him a little bit of advice maybe before he closes that door. Coming up with Busted Loose and Ray Fossil. Ray Fossil. Lord, David, if you and I couldn't correct each other, we'd be in a terrible guess, wouldn't we?
Ray Fossil with an absolutely beautiful Barracuda right there. Speed and Culture on the side. Rod and Style magazine, also Cheater Slick helping out on that car. Just a beautiful race car, and I love what he's got across the back. He goes, real race cars have 2 doors and 3 pedals.
And by golly, I agree 100% with that. Now, there is Riley Welch pulling brother Colby into the beans. But again, David, they are pre-staged. Now we got a little bit of staging battle going on. Who's going to go in first? Colby says, I'll take it, Ray. Come on in, buddy. I'm waiting on you. And Ray taking a long time. Boy, that one could have went red, but it didn't. She's green, and Colby taking advantage.
Boy, that's 60 foot by Colby Welch right there. No problems in that 1-2 shift for him there.
Colby Welch 2, competition 0, my friend. It looks like you are making some pretty good strides for the championship win down here in Florida this weekend.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good, and I think my odds are just keep increasing as the night goes, so I'm happy. I think it was another good run.
That looked to be a very good run.
Yeah, I'm sure the time will show, but it felt good. It was a good race with Ray, and I'm happy with it.
A good race it was, and here's the dirt man, Rick Varner. He's got his hands full right here with T.J. York as he tries to slay this giant.
T.J. York has pretty well already called it a B-Gas champion for 2020, David. What a year he and his team have had. My Lord, man, has he been a holy terror. But now, here you got Rick Varner pulling up beside him. Rick has been right there in the thick of things. He has been a bit of a thorn in the side of T.J. York.
Well, Rick Varner, no stranger to horsepower as he, in the pro mod days back in the day. Got Staley race engines on board now. This car's really starting to make some performance gains.
Again, going red, scared of that bad dog, TJ York.
Yep, he knew he had to go in thin, and Varner just pushed it a little too far, and the big red light caught him.
TJ York, brother, I tell you one thing. You got to hand it to guys like Rick Varner. He's going red trying to take you out. Buddy, you know these guys are trying everything to stop you. So far, it ain't nothing sticking.
I'll tell you, Rick's a heck of a driver, man. I knew he was going to want a treat. I went in, I was up on it. I don't know what I had, but I knew I had to get up on it, because if not, he was going to bust my butt for sure.
I think that he knew that you were going to be up on it, and you probably wasn't going to leave nothing, so his only shot was likely to trim it to a 000. Unfortunately, red came on.
Yes, sir. We're just good Lord looking after us, and we're just going to keep going far as we can go here and see what we can get done.
A-Gas, round number 2 coming up now, presented again by Summit Racing Equipment. Some of the fastest cars out here, and we've still got this it's a 2-headed race now for the A-Gas Championship. And there is Steve Davis in the Spinney area in the left lane. Going to be taking on Ben Christopher in the right lane in the Happy Days.
That it is. As we sit here and speak, David, as you just said, Steve Davis sitting number 2 in the points. Ben Christopher, number 1 qualifier at this event. This should be quite a showdown of Chevy 2s.
He sure should. A couple of good-looking ones, too. Steve Davis got to get this round win if he extends this championship.
An even launch. Steve Davis better to have some horsepower. He got it, David.
Boy, that was a close one.
Steve Davis, buddy, I'm going to tell you, Gabriel Burrell is just probably puking about right now because he's got a tough match coming up, and he knows that you are just mowing them down.
I'm telling you why. You beat number 1 qualifier any race, and that's a good day. I'm still keeping my mouth shut about the Gabriel thing.
Go ahead. Now's a good time.
Me and him have been racing since I started this thing. The first year, me and him was 5th and 6th in the points. Last year, 3rd and 4th. Looks like this year we're going to be 1st and 2nd. And I'm aiming to be number 1. You hear me?
And I'm betting he's looking at the same number. This is going to get crowded at the top, is it not?
It is. And the only way I can be number 1 if it's Todd beats him right now. So I'm the biggest Todd Blackwell fan you've ever seen right now.
So in this case, it's bros over hoes, that kind of thing, right?
You got that right. So come on, Chevy 2.
And speak of the devil, there he is, David Gabriel Burrell, the Southern Flyer, up against Todd Blackwell. My God, man. I mean, Gabriel Burrell right now, this is put up or die. You know, I mean, everything rides on this. If he makes one misstep, he has opened the door to be knocked out, because you're looking at the current sitting champion for 2020. If he can hold on to it, or he's the current points leader, if he can hold on to it, but Steve Davis won't sit bad. Todd Blackwell could be the spoiler.
Yeah, Blackwell, a former champion in B-Gas as well, has made this move to A, and let's see how he can come out of here. Good lead by both cars. Ooh, Gabriel Burrell moving to the right.
Gabriel in trouble.
Todd Blackwell takes the win.
Todd Blackwell, brother, I'm going to tell you, you, son, are Steve Davis's biggest hero. He was just sitting here waiting for that to happen. Not that he's picking favorites, but this one meant a lot. You just took out what could have been, or may even still be, the 2020 champion, Gabriel Burrell.
I believe Steve's got to run one more round. Yep, that's what I was thinking. So anyways, I hope he can do it. We'll see what happens.
It's going to get interesting. Like I told Steve, it's getting very crowded at the top.
Yes, it is.
Well, as you were just saying, hey, I'm not certain of the ladder. That could be between you and him. You know, what are you going to do?
I'm going to race.
It don't matter who's in your other lane, does it?
That's what we do, is we race.
With that loss right there to Todd Blackwell, Steve Davis can overtake you. But we were just discussing, I think he may have to take out Todd Blackwell himself.
I'm Todd's new biggest fan.
Well, I can tell you that he was Steve Davis's fan.
He was, but I'm now his biggest fan of just. We made a blubber there, and he had capitalized, so we'll see what happens here.
When it comes down to these times, son, you can't blubber. You got to be on kill every time. It's how you do it. I know you know that. Not a good time to talk about it right now, but it ain't over yet. You could still be crowned the champion.
Hoping so. If Todd can take him out, we'll be the champion, so we're pulling for Todd.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
There is the chick magnet. He says, my chick is bad on the back of that thing. That is Leslie Horn, and he's got to take on Dean Jonas in the other lane.
It also says on the back who's next. In this case, David, as you just said, it is Dean Jonas. And you know, Dean has ran good. Dean has won a race this year. He is always there in the thick of battle. Never count him out. Now, he is up against a giant over there in Leslie Horn, the Chick Magnet. Both of these guys running Fulton horsepower, but it's just possible that the Chick Magnet has more, and it is out and gone.
Man, look at him drop the clutch in that race car, and man.
Leslie Horn, I can say this, Dean Jonas has been running very strong today, but it appeared as though he was no match for you. Great job.
Yeah, the old hot rod's running pretty good tonight, Mitch. This whole air's coming around. And
I think that may be an understatement, Leslie.
Oh, yeah, we put a tune in earlier. That's why our qualifying was a little off, but it's catching us now. These next rounds is going to be fast.
Well, I
don't know what that one was, but it was pretty fast.
It don't matter. You got to buy into the final.
That's even more better, as they say. Thank you, Southeast Guys. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the fans. Thank you, Johnny. G-Force, Gene Fulton, Brian Harris worked so hard with his cars, you would not believe how far we brought this car with Brian Harris this year. Unreal.
All right, back around to Superstock, round number 3. Again, Hoosier Race Tire bringing you this action. And there is Tyler York, the third-generation driver in that Grumpy. And guess what he gets? He gets the big 4-speed Stampede, that big block in the left lane.
That he does. You know, I think Leslie Horn was kind of demonstrating there that it takes a village to win one of these races. He was naming off a list of people, and those was big-name people. But back to Superstock, David. Yes, sir-ree. Tyler York up against last year's champion. You know, Tyler is fresh, as green as he can be. You know, I think, 2 races under his belt, buddy, does he have a giant beside him?
He sure does. Robert Peffley trying to extend and get a win right here at the last event of the year.
Peffley been winless this year, but he's looking good in Florida.
He sure is, as he takes the victory right here over Tyler York. There's James Beard in the left-hand lane in that 63 Biscayne out of Ripley, Tennessee. Going to take on another Tennessee racer right here, our 2020 world champion. That is Mark Hackett.
That he is, live and in color right before you, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Hackett, the Mercury Poison, he has put up quite a battle this year and cinched the championship at Florida. All he had to do was basically make a qualifying attempt, and that secured the championship. That is a year of domination, David, and he has had a lot of trouble along the way. Man, what a year he has put together.
He really has, and he's still hungry. That's what's good about it. He is very, look at him leave the line wheels up on a Superstock.
That is a full-bodied Superstocker carrying the front wheels out the gate and dragging that Chevrolet through the finish line.
Sure is.
Mark Hackett, it is back to old times. You and Robert Peffley in the finals. Man, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Congratulations on round 3 and a date with your old nemesis.
Thank you, Mitch. Me and Robert talked this morning. I mean, we fought last year all year long, respected each other, but fought hard. And we kidded each other this morning. Wouldn't it be cool if we could both get back in the final today? Never thinking that might really happen, and here we go. So that happened. So, yeah, this is a flashback to last year.
It's a flashback to last year with a slight twist. You are now the champion.
Well, hey, I appreciate that. Keep saying that. This sounds good.
All right, moving into C-Gas round number 3. Once again, Molly Motorsports bringing you the action in C-Gas. There comes Todd Oden out of Birmingham, Alabama, around the corner in that 58 Delray. Going to race a guy that he's been down the track beside a lot in his career, and that is Josh Pruitt right there. You see him in the right lane in the Youngblood.
A lot of times, as you said, David, Todd has been a champion. Josh Pruitt has been number 2. And if I am not mistaken, Josh Pruitt's been number 2 well more times than Todd Oden's been a champion. So the way this could go is either way. So the thing we got to look for here is Ford versus Chevrolet. Old, young, big, small. There is a tremendous amount of adversity on the starting line, my friend. David, which way do you think this one's going down?
I'm going to tell you what, I like the rejuvenated spirit this year of the Double X. They had some trouble up in Ohio, and they've got that worked out. They've been running real well here today, but you can't count out that Youngblood.
No, you cannot, brother. That's what I'm telling you. This one right here, just cross your fingers, flip the coin. It can go in either direction. And I tell you, this is just going to be a good old-fashioned. Look at the wheels up long together all the way down 300 foot, still side by side.
What a drag race right there. And Todd Oden takes the win.
Todd Oden, brother, step out. You're kind of regaining the composure of the old the King Kong of old.
Hey, that felt good because anytime you can beat Josh in that young blood car, we've been battling for years. Ever since I've been doing this, it's been me against him, and feels good to win.
You two have had a lot of number 1 and 2 championship battles over the years as well. I remember some of them going down at the last races also. But here today, Todd Oden, as I said, I think maybe you're back, brother.
Hey, good car's running good, and I'm doing all I can do. We're going to get after it.
I'm loving it. We look for you in the finals.
Thank you, Mitch.
All right, now coming up there is Tim Hall in that Scalded Dog Rambler. He's going to be in the left lane, and there's Charlie Lee. Tennessee Charlie going to be over in the right lane in that Mustang.
Tim Hall again, David, running on borrowed parts from the Cynthia Phillips Flower Power team. Let's see if he can put them to good use. Tennessee Charlie, these guys, both of them fast. Everybody's fast in the Southeast Gassers anymore. Who's going to win? Oh, boy, Tim Hall, wheels up, first gear, second gear, side shot, side by side. Who is it going to be? Charlie Lee pulling it out.
You are going to the finals, but I'm going to remind you, you got a date with King Kong Todd Oden.
Oh, King Kong.
He's been King Kong for a long time.
Yeah, he's rough.
He takes them out one at a time.
Yeah, I've been watching him tonight. He's been doing a good job.
You ain't too shabby yourself.
Oh, I've got a little luck on my side.
All right, Big Gas round number 3 coming up right here. Summit Race Equipment helping bring you the action. And there it is, the kryptonite of Art Copeland, man, says fear the beard. We're going to see how much power he's got in that beard now as he takes on the champ, T.J. York.
I tell you, I hope for Art Copeland, that beard grew about maybe a foot from the last round to this round. While he was in the pit area, maybe he should have been over there combing, brushing, and grooming that beard, because I tell you, he's going to need every piece of it. The buddy, they are staged quick. Lights on, and T.J. York, uncharacteristic, going red, and Art Copeland in trouble. Oh, man, what a race that would have been.
Copeland was there for the taking,
I
but
hope
T.J.
you don't
York
mind me
going
saying,
red.
I've never talked to you so much in one day since you started. Congratulations, young man. You're going on a date with your first final.
Fear the beard.
That's all need be said, isn't it, Art? I hear you, my man. Here we go, the second pairing of the B-Gas. It is Cody, oh my Lord, Colby Welch and the Moonbeam. And here they go, getting ready for Ken Rainwater in the obsolete 2. David Ford Chevrolet, buddy. A drag race coming to the starting line.
You know I love those blue ovals, but Ken's got a lot of experience on his side. Let's see if this 18-year-old can punch his ticket to the finals.
Leaving together, but Colby pulling away instantly.
Man, that second gear acceleration was really nice for that Ranchero.
Colby Welch, congratulations, Florida, once again going into your first final of your racing career. And I'm going to say, from my viewpoint, based on numbers, the odds are in your favor against Art Copeland, but it is a drag race. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I suppose anything could happen. I know Art ain't gonna let me have it easy, but I think it's gonna be a good race. I'm excited for it. I'm happy to have made it this far. So
you have definitely made it this far, Colby Welch. That's what I'm saying, my man. You have won every round today. Art has had a couple of gimmies.
I guess so. I mean, really, I'm happy to make it this far, and it's a good end of the year. So I'm gonna leave here happy no matter what. So.
A-Gas round number 3 coming up, presented again by Summit Racing Equipment, and a huge matchup right here for Steve Davis as he could secure his championship right here with a win over Todd Blackwell and the Slingshot. Mitch, I believe you were able to catch up and talk with Steve Davis just a little bit earlier.
That I did, David. You know, we're talking about what this means, where he's been, you know, everything that kind of was required to get here. And I got to tell you, Steve has got his head on right. Let's see what he has to say.
I told you when we was at the track a while ago that Todd was actually, I was the biggest fan Todd Blackwell ever had. That just changed. So I went and talked to him a while ago. I actually got lane choice, so I chose the left lane, which I've been decent in it all night long, and our times are picking up. So it means a lot to us to actually get to that part. Me and Gabe were 5th and 6th in points. Last year we were 3rd and 4th in points. This year we're going to be 1 and 2 in Spinny 2020.
Spinny 2020, you was chanting that a few races back. Are we back to that now?
Yeah, we back to that now. So I'm not going to shut up till it happens or whatever. So
go from your first wins this year to a possible championship that you're standing on the throne of right now, on the cusp of. How do you describe that?
It's a feeling I can't describe, to be honest with you. It hasn't sunk in yet. I still got a job to do. I'm determined. When your name's not mentioned a lot, and all of a sudden the other two that were tied for the lead gets mentioned, that puts something in your soul. So I still got it there, so I'm working hard on it. So looking forward to this next race.
Well, we'll get out of your way, let you get prepared, and we'll see what happens. We'll wait on you at the finish line.
Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate it. Thank you, Cody.
Great job right there, Mitch. Man wants to write his name in Southeast Gasser history right here, and he can do it with this run right here if he's able to slay this giant in his slingshot.
Yes, he can, David. I like what he said. When I started hearing the drivers' names, the other two drivers' names, that really cut into my soul. That shows you what a competitor he is. He could not stand the fact that he was, falling behind. He had to correct that wrong. He came here, I'm telling you, we talked to him at the first round, all of that. Here we go, it's time. They are launched together again. Don't you know Gabriel Burrell is pulling for Todd Blackwell? Man, what a drag. Todd ahead, but Benny pulling it out on the top end, David.
Steve Davis pulling out the victory right here, and look at the congratulations for his wife Sharon on the starting line, as well as Danny Preston and Bully, his crew right there that's been with him as stalwarts the whole way.
That seals the championship right there, David.
Benny 2020, it is official, Steve. Buddy, I know you got a team of people waiting to congratulate with you, and I don't know that you came here with these possibility truly in your mind, considering who number 1 and 2 was, but by golly jolly, you have accomplished an amazing feat, Steve Davis. 2020 A-Gas World Champion. Wow. Congratulations to you and Spinny team.
That sounds sweet, don't it, man? I mean, just look at this old car. We put this thing together on our shop floor. Got a great bunch of people that help me, support me, anything we've ever done. It means a lot to me, but it means more to me that they appreciate it. So I know what's going to happen when I get there. I think I got to race Leslie after a while. I could care less. But anyway, man, what a feeling. What a feeling, Mitch.
You have definitely won the war. You do have one battle to go, but the war is yours, my friend. Relish it. Cherish it, because they are hard fought. And 2021, you have a target on your back.
That's right, but it's Spinny 2020 now, baby.
And there is Leslie Horn going to have a bye run right here to the finals. Let's see if he's going to run that thing through to try to get a lane choice or not. There you see his son Logan Horn checking out the line, telling where he's going to get his dad into the beams at.
David, what a load has been taken off of Steve Davis. Now, all he's got to worry about is this guy, Leslie Horn, going into the finals. Leslie not making a good pass right there. Super Stock Finals presented by Hoosier Race Tire, David. The past champions. These are the two baddest guys in Superstock. Superstock founder and last year's champion, Robert Peffley. Last year, number 2 in the points, Mark Hackett. This year, already sealed the championship. Buddy, what a monumental drag race this is going to be. 2 Goliaths, two competitors, Ford versus Chrysler. It is everything right here on the starting line.
Sure is. And that Mercury Poison getting the drop right there off the starting line over the 4-speed Stampede. Will he have enough to hold off that big block power as they proceed down the racetrack?
Yes, he does, David.
I don't know how many more times I can pronounce you or proclaim you champion, but buddy, what a weekend. Clinch the championship, win the race, talk about a warm, cozy winter.
I was that guy right there's biggest fan tonight, Robert Peffley. He ain't won a race all year. He's worked hard, helped everybody in the class at one time or another, and he deserved to win, but we talked about it down there. You don't give these things away. You earn them, and so that's what we did. We just raced it out as hard as we could.
If you give a race away, you just cheated the fan out of their ticket price, brother. Y'all done the right thing. You put it on the line. May the best man win. And today, that was Mark Hackett. Next year may be Peffley.
Maybe Peffley. Could be a lot of people next year. And you know what? That's right. Everything's reset to 0. Now we got to go home and get to work.
This is true. You're only as good as your last race, but championships, they kind of last forever.
That's exactly right. Thank you.
All right, SEGAS Finals coming up right here, presented by Molly Motorsports.
There he is, David. King Kong, Todd Oden in the finals once again. It's been a while since we've seen him here, but it is a fitting place for the man. Now, he's got one very determined. Not a lot to say, Charlie Lee. Can't get many words out of him. He does his talking on the racetrack. And let me tell you, he occasionally talks very loud.
That's for sure. Got the big car, the 58 Del Rey over here in the right lane. Got the small Mustang coupe over there in the left lane. So big versus small. Let's see who's going to come out here on top right here as Todd Oden creeps into the beams.
David, again, but look at fans coming up, riding on Dad's shoulders. How about that view shot right there, young man? Smile on his face. I love to see the kids enjoying this stuff. We know that provides for tomorrow, but right now it is go time.
Good lead by both drivers right there. Let's see, Charlie Lee looks like he might have a slight advantage at that point.
Boy, this is too close to call, David.
Charlie Lee takes the win right there in the Mustang.
Race. I mean, I thought I'd be here a lot more than I was this year, but twice, I guess that's not bad.
That ain't bad. As I understand, it may not have been what you planned, but that just proves how tough these things are. But hey, buddy, today you're victorious, and even better, it's the last race of the year. You can go sip and drink and chew on this one all winter long.
Yeah, that's what we can do. It's been fun. I love it.
Well, Charlie, what do you have to say, buddy? What is the level of competition in the Southeast Gassers Association C-Gas category?
I mean, I've heard C-Gas was easy. All I got to say is if you think it is, just come get some. I mean, it's a real deal.
I like it when he said, come get some. And there's a lot of people going to be coming as we know the cars are being built as we move right into B-Gas Finals. And there he is. Fear the Beard, Mr. Art Copeland out of Buford, Georgia, going to take on the young man, Colby Welch, Warsaw, Illinois.
Colby Welch may not be old enough to grow a beard just yet, David, but either way, this is going to be a battle, young man. Yes, it is. And I tell you, don't you know that Colby, neither of these guys, him or Art, neither one ever won one of these races. Colby has been to the finals, I think, but he's not won. Art, this is his first trip to the final round.
Yeah, and it's got implications written all over it. Art Copeland really been working hard to get that race car right, and he's on the right path. As you see Stephen Smith right there with our live video coming up right there on the live feed. Good look at the starting line right here as both cars creep into the beams. Young versus old. Let's see who's going to be able to get the clutch out first and get down this racetrack.
A little bit of a bog by Art Copeland and still going left, in trouble down track, but Colby Welch gone. Count it over. Colby Welch has just won his first SEGA drag race.
Colby Welch, you cannot possibly do your first C-Gas, Southeast Gas Association win interview from inside the race car. Congratulations, young man. It's been, 2, maybe even 2.5, 3 years that you've been out here racing with us. You recount that for me.
2. This is the first full season. Last year I just made two races and got a taste for it. And
so what you're telling me is last year was sort of your rookie season. This is your first full professional season. That's much like George Miller. George Miller winning the championship, but Colby Welch, winning the final race of the season. Congratulations, young man. You got to be relaxed and excited about this.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited. It's been a crazy night and a crazy season. And I mean, I couldn't end it any better, any happier. I'm glad me and my team was able to achieve this. It's just wild.
There's no question that. Your dad, Stacy, was telling me before this, he said they may have to drag me off of the starting line if he wins. I may pass out, all of these things. It is definitely a family affair. What a family the Welch family is. We're honored and we're blessed to have y'all. Colby, we will see you in the winner's circle. Congratulations yet again. Job extremely well done.
All right, thank you. And yeah, I probably better go check on my dad up there. So
you might better.
All right, A-Gas Finals presented by Summit Racing Equipment. The stud muffin, Leslie Horn, looking for his first win in A-Gas this year. And they're going to take on our newly crowned champion, Steve Davis, in the spinny car.
Don't you know Steve Davis was pulling into that water with 2 emotions in mind. One is the emotion of, I'm relaxed, it's over. The battle is won. Now I've got this one little small war that I got to finish off here. The war is won. I got this one little small battle I got to finish off. And so here he comes in, relaxed on one side, but jacked up on the other, ready to take one wicked ride in that A-Gas hot rod, David. But he has had some kind of a problem here pushing him back. hopefully this is not going to cause issues with going down the racetrack.
Looks to be some kind of gear situation right there. Maybe he's lost reverse, but he's going to put that Steve Norwood 383 down the racetrack just as hard as he ever has, because when he gets locked in, he is a man possessed. Leslie Horn, like we said, last year's SEGA World Champion in that stud muffin car. He's looking for, and he's hungry for his first win here in A-Gas, because he has really made a commitment to be in A-Gas with this new car.
Yeah, maybe Steve had borrowed Art Copeland's transmission. Remember, he was saying he had reverse problems. I don't know what's going on, but I can tell you this: he is pulled forward into the staging beam areas. I don't know if either one of them is pre-staged yet or not. Here we go. Here we go. We're heading in right now. It is drag race time, David.
Good look right there again. Steve Davis goes in. Leslie goes in last. Leslie Horn goes red as he left the line just too soon, pushing it thin against the world champ.
And Steve Davis said, I see that red light. I'm going to take a parade lap. Good job, Steve
Be
Davis.
lucky, be good, or be both. Steve Davis, what a day. My God, man, what a year you have had. What a winner you're going to have. As I've told a couple of others, you can sip, drink, and chew on this all winter long.
It's going to be a great feeling. I'll be honest with you, when I got ready to go out there, the rear give shifter come in my hand, and I said, uh-oh. But then we showed it to Quayne, and Quayne allowed them to push me back and get going. And I didn't know how I was going to do with Leslie. Then I saw the red light. I just let off. Hey, what a night. Thank you, good Lord, for getting us to this point. I got the great crew, great sponsors. The old driver.
Name them.
Okay, Rick Davis. Rick Davis got me started in this. Camaraderie. He is a big supporter of mine. And man, I can't thank them all. Jim Cook, Bully makes the carburetor, so we put the MWR on there. Bobo does the painting. Vassar, man, he's a good dude from Virginia. And never met the guy till we started doing this stuff right here. So, hey, all these guys that helped me, I'll have my junk together when I go to Pigeon Forge. Right now, I just don't know what to say.
Make sure you and the wife dress up, son, to head to toe. We'll look for you there. It'll be my pleasure to introduce you, Steve Davis, as the 2020 A-Gas World Champion as you cross that big stage.
Thank you, Mitch. I guarantee you my suit's going to look something like the top of this car.
Well, I've seen a couple of racers do that before. It is quite classy.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the Southeast Gassers Association's race recap series for the year of 2020. It has been quite a season. Please sit back and enjoy these last few minutes as we celebrate the winners from today's race in Holt, Florida. And I want to give a special congratulations to the world champions for 2020.
Then I know Robert and someone very special to our hearts helped innovate this super stock class. And Robert, if you'd like to come in here, and I will hold the mic up and let you guys talk about someone I know is very special.
Absolutely. So Mike Wyatt, who has to always be given the credit for being one of the founders of this class. Okay, he was there, had part of the brainchild of it, stayed with it, paid the dues to get it going. He's at home. He's very sick. I'll let Robert speak to that in just a moment. And couldn't be here for several, most of this year actually. And so we want to dedicate this win tonight to Mike. And this is for him. We want him back out here jamming gears with us and being part of SEGA Superstock.
Very true. Praying for a miracle for him.
Yeah, Mike's at home and he's not been doing very good. He's one of my best friends. And if it hadn't been for him pushing me to get into this and his first phone call to Quayne, we wouldn't be here right now. And this class wouldn't be here right now, and we wouldn't have got to meet people like Mark. So let's all pray for him, and this one's for him.
Yep. Very appropriate, Robert. You have been a great ambassador for this sport this year, for this class, donating your father's car, your father donating his car to this man to help him maintain a points lead. That kind of dedication and devotion, I know Mark Mark appreciates, but Mike would expect as well. Mike Wyatt, we love you, brother, and we're praying for a miracle for you. We wouldn't be anywhere with you in this super stock class if it hadn't been for you. Thank you both, gentlemen, for your continued professionalism, and congratulations on your 2020 championship. 2020 champion, winner here at Emerald Coast Dragway, Mark Hackett.
You know how to smile, Rebecca. Come on. You got that smile.
Larry, hold up one up. Hold your finger up, Larry. Just put one thing. Well, don't.
Make sure y'all get all of this.
Yes, sir. TJ in this camera? Yes, sir. Everybody do that number one like we're doing third time. That's how we do it.
Thanks once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in the Southeast Gassers Association race season for 2020. As always, we want to close out the day, the race, and the season with a special thanks to our God above. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you in Jesus Christ's holy name, and we want to say thank you and praise you for the safety and guidance and camaraderie and competition we've experienced this year. In Jesus Christ's holy name we pray. Amen.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.